I'm curious who you think, what quarterback benefited the most from the talent around him? Because I've said all along, if LSU ever got a really good quarterback, then we would, it'd be really amazing because we'd see all of these wide receivers in the NFL and we'd go, oh, they went to LSU? I never knew that. Clemson's got a lot of talent. Alabama's got a lot of talent. So out of Tua, Joe Burrow, and Trevor Lawrence, who do you think benefited more from the talent they had around them?
I think it was probably Burrow because Tua, to me, throws one of the prettiest passes I have ever seen. By the way, one more thing on what you just said. I had somebody come up to me in New York a couple of weeks ago, and he said, did Odell Beckham really play at LSU? I said, yes, he did. He said, I don't remember him being there because that was every wide receiver that played under Les Miles. That's a great question. I think Trevor Lawrence is a generational quarterback. I think Tua is. Joe Burrow had the best season I've ever seen, and I'm not doubting him. I swear, because I didn't see him have a bad series the entire football season. But I think Joe Burrow became part of a system that worked perfectly. And you've heard Joe Brady, the young guy who came over from the Saints. But what he did, in addition to calling great plays, is he changed the fundamental way LSU receivers caught balls. I mean, he drilled that into their heads in the offseason, and that made it easier for Joe Burrow, who was flawless. So there's very little wiggle room between the answer to that question, though.
The greatest season turned in by an SEC quarterback is who?
I'm going Joe Burrow, maybe a nose hair ahead of Cam Newton, who in 2010 did absolutely nothing wrong. The only thing he did wrong the entire season, against his head coach's warning, he tried to dive over on the next to the last play of the national championship game against Oregon to be the hero, and it turned out he was stuffed, and they kicked a chip shot field goal to win. You
wouldn't put Manziel's season up there?
Manziel, yeah, I would put it up there. I mean, in terms of pure excitement, I'm not sure I've ever seen anything like it. But the difference was, even though Manziel and A&M beat Alabama in Tuscaloosa, they also dropped a game or two that they probably shouldn't have. He had a really rough game. So I'm trying to remember where it was. It's only been 7 or 8 years, but to me, Cam's was nearly. By the way, I mean, Cam did lose one game. Excuse me, Cam did not lose a game, but he never had a bad game though. And Joe Burrow never had a bad series. So those are the two best. I would put Manziel in there. Tebow is a little hard to quantify because what he did was so unorthodox.
And he had a lot of talent around him as well. I mean, he was a great player, but he had a pro team around him there in Florida.
He did. He did it. He really did.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune into Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV. Stream for free on BR Live or download the Dan Patrick Show app.